Man, this shit suck. No, I'm talking about stream yours. This shit suck like a motherfucker, man. All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. We want to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders, great millstone. Bear with, you know what I'm saying? It's got real windy and everything started kind of slipping over. All right. Yes, lucky for that. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders, great millstone, that taught us this truth and that will teach this truth. And as always, much peace, love, and salutations to the elect. All right, beginning with 144,000, all the way down to the Lord, that believes, and the Lord's going to deliver these last days. So you always say Shalom. Our great millstone Dallas back again. Today's date is the 11th of June, excuse me, the 11th of July. All right, and hey, time is speeding up, man. Time is flying, man. Okay, and as the time is flying, the scripture said the Lord will make the days short. Okay, and we love that the days are being made short, man. You know, as we understand what the days being made short, that's short in our time here in this kingdom, man. You know, but the thing I want to get into the spirit is the fact of how Esau Edom is all over the damn place, man. You know, Esau Edom's all over the damn place. They're divided. Everybody's confused. You know, you had this whole thing going on between the whole Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to come out. All of a sudden, they just disappeared. Right. You know, and everybody's in an uproar about this now. You know, you have pretty much issues going on between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Elon Musk created his own political party called the American Party. You know, so Esau is pretty much he's in a position right now where he's trying to bring forth all kinds of mass confusion. Okay, but through that confusion, Yahweh Bashar Shah is going to cast all that down, and ultimately at the end of the day, man. All right, so we can start off with that Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Right, so it says, sit down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, now that virgin daughter of Babylon that is referenced here is talking about America. And why does it specifically say virgin? All right, when you think about a virgin, that's a woman. All right, in the context of Bapholah in the Hebrew, I rather say. As a matter of fact, get that word virgin there in the Hebrew. I'm gonna see if it's about Strong's H 1323. Ba. It says daughter, a girl, adopted daughter, as designated of women of a particular place. As women at a particular place. So this virgin daughter is talking about a place. Now, is this talking about ancient Babylon, or is it talking about a new Babylon? Right? Go ahead. It says a personification, right? A personification when you have an object that's personified as a person or a thing, like when something's personified, right? Go ahead. It says a daughter villages. It says young woman, a young woman, right? Go ahead. Okay. Go back up quick. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. You can see that's interesting. But that virgin daughter of Babylon is going to a woman, specifically a young woman, but a woman that hasn't been touched. Right? Go ahead. Okay, so go back and read it again. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. Sit on the ground. And sitting on the ground means what? Sitting in a low place, man. Right. See? And America right now is the lowest place, man. And even America is a lowland, man. Right. You know, but specifically, you have people that are morally low, spiritually low. See, but the Lord ultimately is causing this perverse spirit to be mingled here, man, which has these people in pretty much in a bugged out state of mind, man. Go ahead. It says, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Right? And the throne represents what? The throne represents a power. It represents a royal. As a matter of fact, can you jump to Nahum? Jump to Nahum, the 3rd chapter, where it talks about a mistress of witchcraft. Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Nahum 3:4. Because of the multitudes of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, through her witchcraft, man. Read that again. Nahum 3:4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Can you get that word whoredom? You're gonna get words, man. You're gonna get a lot of words. That's how you gotta read the Bible, man. You gotta figure out what words mean when you go back to the word, right? That word in the Hebrew is you got za no one you, za no one you, za no one you, because the root word is not za no one you. All right, it says adultery, fornication, prostitution, adultery, fornication, or prostitution. Okay, now. Thing about adultery is what's adultery? All right, adultery is whenever a woman who was married lays with another man. Okay, that's what adultery is, or a man that lays with the woman that already has a husband. Right. So America is known as the well-favored harlot, right? That selleth nations through her whoredoms, and these whoredoms are likened unto what? Philosophies, different ways of life that are contrary to Yahweh Shai's way, man. That's why when you read in Jeremiah 51, it says that what? Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Okay? Can you read for that? Should be. No, you good. So now it says to commit fornications, to be a harlot, to play a harlot, to act as a harlot, to commit fornication, to commit adultery, to be a cult prostitute, to be a cult prostitute. Now, what is a cult prostitute? A cult prostitute is whenever you would have sex in the name of another god. You see, that's what a cult prostitute is. So America is also known as a harlot, a pretty much a cult prostitute. See, that gets these nations to go off through her wine, through her philosophies, through her order, right? Go ahead. It says, if there's any more. I got to say, hey, I would be. Okay. It says a cult prostitute, also known as a sacred or temple prostitute, refers to the practice of engaging in sexual acts as part of a religious ritual, often within the context of fertility cults. Fertility cults, man. One fertility cult is like, for example, to the goddess, quote unquote, which is not really a god, but to the goddess Ashereth or Astarte. Right? Astarte is pretty much the queen of heaven. That's why when you look at a statue of Ashereth, she has many breasts on her, letting you know that it's a fertility god, man. Which ultimately Astarte, I'd rather say Easter, goes back to the name Astarte. That's where you get the common word Easter from. That's where you get rabbits and little rabbits do. They multiply. You know, they're a very fruitful animal. See, that's what that whole concept of Easter goes back to, man. See, all these so-called holidays that America has are all rooted in paganism and idolatry at the end of the day, man. Right. You know? Okay.
This is Revelation 17 to verse 5. I started at verse 4 in the NLT. It says the woman wore purple and scarlet clothing and beautiful jewelry made of gold and precious gems and pearls. It's go up to verse
You bring verse 4, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna start.
Done. It's Revelation 17:1. Read the NLT. It says, I read it KJV starting up here. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore.
Right, I will show you the judgment of the great whore. There's that word whore again. But
that sitteth upon many waters.
That sitteth upon many waters. And many waters is talking about many people. When you read down in the chapter.
Verse 15.
Yep.
It's verse 2. With whom the king of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with her wine and of her fornication.
Right, it says the inhabitants of the earth have made drunk with her wine. Right, and that wine again goes into different philosophies. Right? All these different ways being the American spread forth to these various different nations. You know? It talks about that in the Habakkuk 2nd chapter, man. You know, it says that won't you that giveth thy neighbor drink that they may look upon their nakedness. You know, that give them the bottle. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman and sat upon a scarlet colored beast full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right, and that woman is talking about America. And that scarlet colored beast is a revival of the Roman Empire, man. And America spearheads that. The beast that had 7 heads and the 10 horns, or 7 heads goes into the Greeks, the Romans. All right, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the French, the Spanish, and the British. Those are the 7 heads that make up this whole piece in America, which comes out of the 7, excuse me, is that 4 that controls it, man.
Right.
Pretty much all these various different nations got to bow down to what America's saying, but now you have these various different nations that are bucking up to what America's saying too.
Right.
See, with Donald Trump being in office and his look being more stout than his fellows, now these various different nations is like, hold on, man. You know, these particular deals, like he making these tariffs pretty much that he's about to place on these BRICS nations.
Yep.
That's about to cause more friction amongst these NATO and EU nations, man.
Yep.
That's gonna cause the 10 horns to hate the horn eventually, man. Because what's America doing? America's messing up their bread, man. Messing up their deal.
Weaponizing the dollar.
Yeah, weaponizing the dollar, man. That's why they want to. That's why these BRICS nations they're getting away from the dollar, right. and they want a currency that's going to be backed by gold. And that's going to mess up America big time, man. Big time. So we're living in some very, very exciting times where we're literally seeing the downfall of the empire, man. Right. We're seeing the downfall of Esau Edom, man. Right. Which is a very beautiful thing. You know?
Can I get a big butter meat?
Go ahead. Isaiah 47, verse 22. I'm gonna read the verses real quick. All right, this is back in Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1 and 2. It says, Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. It says, Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. And when you go out, add ChatGPT, the symbolic meanings of a virgin sitting on the ground, all right, and grinding meal. And it says Isaiah 47, verse 1 and 2 speaks of symbolic and prophetic language about the downfall of Babylon, often portrayed in scriptures as a proud and powerful woman. Here's the passage from the KJV for clarity. And it has the verses. I'm going down. It says symbolic breakdown, virgin daughter of Babylon. Virgin here symbolizes a nation, Babylon, that has been untouched by conquest, proud, secure, and unchallenged. See, nobody challenged America, man. Anybody really challenge America, man, like that, man? See, because all these nations know, all right, what America got. They know that they're military. That's why the scriptures call it the hammer of the earth, man. See? And that blessing given unto Esau. So he's going, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fucking with him, man. Because that's his blessing is the sword. But it says daughter. It says it implies lineage or a continuation of the Babylonian spirit or empire. It says this image reflects innocence or pride in a self-image, but that will be stripped away. That's what he's gonna make you think. I was gonna say that's what the Lord is gonna do, man. The Lord is gonna strip that nigga. I'm gonna read it again. It says this image reflects innocence or pride in self-image, but the Lord it says, but that will be stripped away. Yeah, all this pride that America got, man, the Lord is gonna strip that shit away, man. He's already doing it, man. That's why, hey, America, like the brother said, man, the beast is starting to hate the Lord. He's making enemies of his own allies now, man. See, and it's only gonna get worse the time, the closer and closer we get. All right, until the MOT being implemented. All right, the Third World War, and then what? Then ultimately those nuclear missiles in this bitch, man.
That's right.
But it's
Well, I was gonna say you mentioned like I said that pride goes to what? That power. How do you get that power through your military might? Right. And with America, out of the world's military expenditures for all countries, America spends 40% of military expenses from throughout the whole world.
At least like 500 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like some astronomical number. I can grab that for you.
And that's saying that now. That's why America's so proud. You have Edomites that go into saying that America, like they'll be proud to say nobody can't touch us. America military, why? Because when they got the aircraft carriers, we'll bring them jets over to you and destroy you.
This is according to AI overview. It says in 2024, the United States spent 997 billion on its military.
when
right?
So this is 1 year?
That was last year.
Last year, but it took them 6 days to build Alcatraz. So you mean to tell me you can't feed the poor in this country?
Right.
Spend that much money last year on military alone?
And that's why they have to keep up these various military ventures, because that's how these billionaires are getting rich, man. You gotta think now, these technocrats are becoming a part of the military.
Right.
You got guys like Peter Thiel, Alex, Clark. You know what I'm saying? The founders and CEO of Palantir, which is AI, ultra database. That's used to pinpoint certain people that they call theists, if you get my drift, to take them out. Now that's being used on the masses. You know what I'm saying? So they're using various technology in the military, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll actually bring it home. That's where the microwave came from. Not to digress too much.
Hey, even when you look at the symbol or that plate that sit on top of the microwave, that sit inside the microwave,
yeah,
it's that they got that what is that? Like that radiation or atomic symbol, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what they got.
There you go.
I got some real quick bag which I wasn't going into. It's Judith 9 and 7 in the GNT. It says, now the Assyrians are stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm.
They take pride in their cavalry and their infantry.
Hey, and if you do research on the Assyrians were known for conquering. I watched one documentary that said that they had beliefs if they stopped conquering, the world would the world would cease. And this is not the same concept that Babylon the Great has, America has. If we don't stop, if we don't intervene, the world's gonna be in chaos. And with that mindset, man, they rationalize doing some very insidious shit throughout the world.
Right. Judith 9 and 7 in the GNT. Now the Assyrians are stronger than ever. They take pride in their cavalry and their infantry. They rely on their weapons, but they do not know that you, O Lord, are a warrior who ends wars. The Lord is your name. That was heavy, bro. Because at the end of the day, what's the Lord's name? Yahweh, but they call him what? Yahweh of hosts.
Yeah.
He's the Lord of armies, man. You see, the scripture says in Exodus the 15th chapter that the Lord he's a man of war, man. Right. See, so the Lord is all about Yahweh Bashar is all about theater, the whole theater of war, man. See, so he's put Esau in this high and lofty position. Right. He's putting it in his mind to get all this AI technology built, all this whole surveillance system getting all set up, pretty much getting all these people into a database, to ultimately show forth, like, even though you think that you God, right, nigga, I'm over you. I gave you the information to do this, nigga.
Right.
You think you can get over on me?
Right.
How you gonna outdo the creator? You know, right. You know what I'm saying? How
He's
you
a
gonna
man
outdo
of
him?
war.
Yeah.
But, hey man, Esau getting down, man. While you got Jake bullshit, Israelite bullshit, talking about things that don't go into prophecy, man. Jake, Esau he's preparing the sword, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's about to get real nasty out here, man.
Right.
Very, very soon. You already see the spirit Donald Trump is in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, look, if you oppose me and you oppose what I got going on, nigga, I'm about to kick your ass out and send your ass into prison.
Right.
No due process of nothing.
Like I say, you had media, Ricky Smiley telling y'all that Esau, he getting ready to pick up these guns and prepare for what's to come. And y'all damn niggas out here flapping these fans. Talking about where the fans at. You're not prepared for what's to come. Bogus and shit. See, that's why the Lord said that, basically you're going to get caught up like a thief in the night, you're going to get caught up in the stuff that's about to go down. What is that? Because Esau is going to come down with great wrath. All right, Revelation 12, around the 12th verse. These things are really about to happen, So just like you're going to see war that's ramping up, you're going to see civil unrest ramp up here in Babylon as well.
Yep. Edition on man.
Ezekiel 21 and 9 in the NLT. Son of man, the people, it's like give the people this message from the Lord. A sword is being sharpened and polished. It is sharpened for a terrible slaughter. It is, if I may real quick, in Psalm 17, the scripture says that would deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man. So that sword that's being sharpened is Esau. That's Esau, man. That's the wicked that the Lord is setting up to pretty much whoop Jake's ass, man. Right. Real bad, man. Hey, Jake, we about to see something that we've never experienced, man. Right. I'm talking about the world has never witnessed how bad the Lord is getting ready to judge Jake. It's about to be on a whole nother level, man. That's why the fear of the Lord is pivotal, man. It's important. That's the most important thing.
That's right.
Yep. It's about to be a famine that the world has never seen. People about to start losing their minds, right? Literally going insane, man.
People already losing their jobs.
Yep. Right. Yep. Things are getting more expensive.
Yep.
People are already losing it, man. But when the Lord put the spirit on Esau, Edom, to really put the squeeze on, like put the real squeeze out, man, you gotta start seeing people come, man.
That's right.
Going back, Ezekiel 21 and verse 10 in the NLT, it says it is sharpened for a terrible slaughter and polished to flash like lightning. Now will you laugh? That's the question. Now will you laugh? Those who are stronger than you have fallen beneath its power. It says, now will you laugh? Once again, you still got Jake playing games, man. Right. Jesting, laughing, like kikiing, not taking the truth seriously, making the truth about themselves, making the truth about debate.
Right.
Trying to sound good for these hoes. Trying to sound smart. But you're not worried about you're not being occupied in prophecy, man. While you busy doing that, Esau busy sharpening his sword. At the end of the day, get ready to wait. Hey, Esau getting ready to wage war, man. Right. Why do you think that he's only aiming at the tribes? Right. He ain't aiming at these so-called East Indians over here, right. These Ishmaelites over here, these Arabs over here. No, he aiming at the northern and the southern kingdom specifically. Yep. Verse 11 says, yes, the sword is now being sharpened and polished. It is being prepared for the execution. The execution. And what's the executioner's job? It's to execute your ass, man. That's literally his occupation is to kill you. See? Jake done got too comfortable, man. Jake done got too comfortable around their enemies, man. Jake done forgot that they got enemies. See, but hey, that's why the scripture tell you. It tells you that pretty much the circumcised is going to be punished with the uncircumcised, man. Verse 12, Son of man, cry out and wail. Pound your thighs in anguish, for the sword will slaughter my people and their leaders. Woo. Everyone will die. God, bro, I mean, like, what else? Like, how else do you need to say that? And it says what? It says raise your voice and pound your thigh. Like, man, look, hey, it's coming. Like, you know, when somebody's raising it, hey, you know, like, get their attention. But what if they want to do? They would rather just not pay attention. So they're gonna get caught out there. Y'all about outside willing that us and our families are protected, man. We don't even know we gonna make it. Right?
Oh, it's gonna get hairy out here. And the only thing that's gonna keep the elect going is that faith, you know. And the things that we read about in these scriptures, they have to come alive when it comes to adversity. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, look what's coming out about John the Baptist, that angle, and why you know the elder apostle Tahar emphasize on that. Because man, when John the Baptist got locked up, that doubt started hitting him, man. Yep. Right? And if you look at the overview, you know what I'm saying, in AI, like why, you know, did he have doubt? Like, yeah, he had doubt because one, he thought, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shah was gonna return to set everything back in order right then and there. Then he was, you know, being in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that goes through your mind when you're going through adversity. But what did he do? He leaned on Yahweh Shah. He asked Yahweh Shah for help or answers. Same thing when Peter was walking on the water and became scared and the wind became boisterous, he cried out to Yahweh Shah, right? These other camps, they're not emphasizing Yahweh Shah. Like the Kahan Taz is bringing out beautifully. These other camps, man, they're making it about really gimmicks. You know, they're not getting ready for the time that's coming, bro. And a lot of people, it's going to be a thief in the night. You know, it might, people are going to have an epiphany that, damn, it's not going to get better. It might be an event. It might be a situation that's happening to where they might realize, like, I might not bounce back from this. You know, sometimes you hit hard times, you're like, man, I'll bounce back. But it's coming to a time to where ain't nobody going to bounce back, bro. To where you're going to have faith to get through. You know what I'm saying? And these other camps, they're not emphasizing faith. They're emphasizing what they could do. This truth became a free-for-all. The brother Gabar out there in Rochester said it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this whatever you want to do it in you know, in the name of being an Israelite, bro. So judgment has to come because this thing become a spectacle. You know what I'm saying?
I got something for you. Ezekiel 7, I'm going to start at verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations.
Right. So all the things that, you know, these various camps were teaching incorrectly and teaching their camps to do, that ride your spirit, you know what I'm saying, disregarding your Yahweh Shai, which if you disregard your Yahweh Shai, you disregard prophecy, because he is prophecy, right? The reason why we're here is we're ushering in, or we're heralding in the coming of Yahweh Shai. So everything that is this ministry has been around is really Yahweh Shai, him coming back. But these other people, you got Captain Tazariak, he's on, you know, various podcasts. He's on, I forget which one podcast he be on all the time. I forget what it is. I don't watch that bullshit. Basically, where a bunch of niggas get together and argue all day long. Clubhouse, Clubhouse, you know, being interviewed for this and that, but Yahweh Shai is not spoken about. That name is not emphasized. Just call him Christ and just keep pushing it. You know? So all this folly, man, Jake gonna have to deal with that, bro. Jake gonna have to deal with that, man. And it's not gonna be a game out here, bro. You know, it's not a game, it's deadly serious. You know? Go ahead,
Verse 4, Ezekiel 7:4 says, and mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come,
right? The end is very near, Akian. We've been talking about we're at the beginning of sorrows now. The wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes, you know what I'm saying? Pestilence in diverse places. This is only the beginning. It's bad out here. But this is only the beginning, man. You know, being deep in it, man, it's gonna be like, wow. We've been talking about it, you know, but it's gonna take faith to get through. It's gonna take some serious faith to get through. You know, this is why it's so important, you know what I'm saying, to have that belief in your Yahweh shot. Because without him, you're not going to continue forward. You depend on your flesh, you're not going to continue forward. You depend on the law, you're not going to continue forward. You're going to fold. You know? Because Edom's about to take away your amenities, man. Your food. You know what I'm saying? Your dainties. He's gonna put the squeeze on the masses where each individuals are gonna have to make a choice.
Water?
You want some water?
This one right there, on it.
Yeah, this one right here. We got.
That's all good.
Okay, now. You know.
And it's about to start getting real out here, man. Because really, reality, you know, this isn't even reality. This is really a dream for these people. I mean, it's a nightmare to us, you know. But reality really hasn't hit these people like that yet, man. You know, because you can easily still walk around and go into these stores and go get some food. You know, go out to the bar, have a drink, do whatever. You can still do whatever you're doing with no, you know, still just live your life like it's normal. See, this is that city that dwells without care, that has neither bars nor gates. You know, they think that they're safe. They think that they're secure.
Ezekiel 33 and 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Right. So they see us on the highway preaching, they see us on YouTube on the videos, they see these lessons going out, right? But they look at this as if it's a joke, as if it's a fad. You even have Israelites that do that, man. What the elder just read here, man. They'll come out, they'll act like they listening. You know, they may see him, they may blow the horn. Oh, hey, man. No, I'm Israelite. You know? Oh, yeah, I believe. Yeah, man. Shalom.
The dude threw up his fringes. He was like,
You see, I got it. Ain't now UIC, bro.
That doesn't, at the end of the day, the Lord ain't looking for that, man.
Nothing.
You know, they turn the YouTube on and they roll their blunt. Get ready, hey, man. I'm about to watch an Israelite, man. See, I'm going to see they get into some controversy.
Right, yeah.
Then you got these dumbass niggas that are Israelites making controversial ass titles.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about all the JEW and all this madness. It's stupid shit, man. I believe them niggas are agents. You know what I'm saying? They set up. Or they're just stupid ass niggas, man. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you know, they're doing that. They're doing that for clickbait views. But ultimately, it can make the ministry be played, man. But we already understand and know that we have to be numbered amongst the transgressors, just like Yahweh Shah. But it's going to be a difference between who the Lord dealing with and who he's not. You know?
Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And it's like, and when this cometh to pass, though it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
That's when they're going to know. When these things come to pass, and lo, they will come to pass. Oh, it's gonna come. Don't tarry, wait for it. It's gonna surely come. That's when they're gonna know that a prophet was among them the whole time, but it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. You're not gonna be able to say, oh, what was the man? What was the guy's name that was praying to again?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't. Man, what was that? What was they saying? I can't remember. And they try to go to YouTube, but the video's gonna be off
All
YouTube.
on clip.
They're gonna. You think you're gonna be easily accessing the internet in that time? Hell no, you ain't gonna be able to easily access the internet. The only way that you're gonna be able to access the internet is if you tied into this. If you tied into this system, that's gonna be it.
That's it.
You're gonna have to have that seed, man. You know.
This is Second Ezra 8, started verse 45. It said, "It's possible, O Lord above, spare the people who are your own. Have pity on them. Show mercy to the people you have created." He answered, "The present is for those who live now, and the future is for those who are to come. You are certainly not able to love what I have created more than I do. Never again consider yourself among the unrighteous, as you have done so often. Yet I am very pleased that you have shown proper humility and not boasted by thinking of yourself as righteous. The people of this world..."
Read that verse again.
Starting verse 47, says, "You are certainly not able to love what I have created more than I do. Never again consider yourself among the unrighteous, as you have done so often."
That's what Apostle Paul puts that up. Like, hey, we better than these people, man. You know, and the reason why is gonna let you know. Go ahead.
Said, this is in GNT. Said, "Yet I am very pleased that you have shown proper humility and boasted by thinking of yourself as righteous. The people of this world who live their lives in pride and arrogance."
By thinking yourself as righteous or unrighteous.
Think yourself as righteous.
Okay.
Right. I'll read that again.
No, go ahead.
It says that you have shown humility and not boasted by thinking of yourself as righteous.
Oh, okay. We didn't think of ourselves as righteous.
Right.
And we know we got our bullshit. We're trying to refine ourselves for the day of the Lord. This is what we constantly emphasize. Like, man, I gotta get my shit together because I know that judges around the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go, brothers, putting out videos about exhortation. You know what I'm saying? How to get close to the Lord, not being weak, not, you know what I'm saying? Understanding what you're a part of. All these things are basically gearing us towards the time that we're about to walk into. Right? It's coming into a time to where we each are going to have to stand up individually in our lives and face ourselves. It's like being in a boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? Well, it says that in 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter, that fight is one that doesn't beat at the air. You know what I'm saying? When you in that boxing ring, bro, you are fighting yourself. If you fight somebody in your same weight class, you know what I'm saying, and y'all the same height, scene, you're not really fighting him. You're fighting your own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You might, he might be, jumping at you. You might be biting too hard, putting your hand down, he hit you. You got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not letting your hands go enough. Same thing with this truth, man. You really fighting yourself. And that fight is you refining yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You boxing against that old man.
You boxing against that nigga, you know what I'm saying, that you left years ago that likes to pop out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get tired. In boxing, you got certain defense mechanisms that you resort to. Same thing with you, you know what I'm saying, with ourselves emotionally and spiritually. And it's constantly, okay, let me get this together. Let me get this together. And that takes humility to see that. Somebody like Adrian Broner had all the talent for a full weight division, you know what I'm saying, seemingly had it all, but he didn't have that humility to say, okay, I got to stop this, do this. And he didn't go to that next level of a Hall of Famer, right?
Woman left him with the children and shit, had a nice family.
Yep.
Like, man, bro, you tripping.
Yep. Lost. Party too hard, lost it all.
He went to Walmart, was shopping out to get off top, and his change, they say he bought something, his change, he flushed it down the toilet, throw the money out the window. I said, "You're wild, bro."
Being mad niggers, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Bride to you. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, like these Israelite kids do, because they don't have humility. Conversely, brothers in GMS, man, you see brothers toiling. You see them trying to get it together. That takes humility, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High sees that, and He commends that. Like, okay, I see you. I see you got some humility about you. He can work with that. Like even a coach, you know what I'm saying? A coach that a person might not be as athletic, but if he's willing to be humble and be molded, then that very person right there could be turned into a world champion because he's willing.
See, outside looking down like, okay, they coachable.
Yeah, he's coachable.
You coachable, supposed to work with you.
He'll work with you. He'll help you grow.
Yeah.
Build. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
This is back to Psalm 34 and 18. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
That's right. Broke it down. The most I want you to be humble, bro. And as soon as you start getting a little bit high, the most I know how to sit your ass down, especially if he's dealing with you. He'll sit you down every time, bro. Every time. You know? I've been buying that car that I got now, brothers know it. I've had it for the longest. I first got it, boy, I was just like, ooh. Man, I'm talking about, man, my head was just swollen because at the time it was a new car. Yeah. I'm talking about I only had like 3 miles on it. I'm like, man, and I will never forget this. It was some females like that was close to me. I was just like, and I kid you not, I ran into something. That little scratch, damn bumper. Fucked my bumper up. And I already knew what it was. Like, the Lord don't want me to be too up here. Because soon as you get too high, you get to tripping, bro. Get the ego tripping. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, He deals with those who are of a contrite spirit that's lowly. And if He's dealing with you, He's going to chastise you. He's going to keep you at a low state. Conversely, if He don't mess with you, then, you know, He'll let you, fall out to your lust and destroy you. Oh, be careful.
But then the commit that if you don't deal with you rough and paraphrase, you like a bastard.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Hebrew, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, you consider a bastard. Right.
Second Ezra 8 and 50 in the GNT.
Yes.
Beaten, right?
Yeah.
We paid them fucking remember.
Second Ezra 8 and 50 in the GNT. The people of this world who have lived their lives in pride and arrogance will suffer many things in the last day.
That's is that where it says in the King James, it says many great miseries shall come upon them? Okay, that's good.
Oh, second Ezra 9? You were 9?
Second Ezra.
Oh, 8.
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay. You will sound familiar.
Read
Read it.
Yeah, you
Read
good.
it how you said.
Second Ezra 8 and 50. It says, the people of this world who live their lives in pride and arrogance.
Who live their lives in pride and arrogance, and man, people are just proud as hell, man. I'm talking about pride is at its pinnacle right now, man.
Especially though they got degrees.
Oh man.
I'm talking about like top degrees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real degrees, not the face.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, people are proud, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you driving down the road, people cutting you off,
Oh,
and they look at you and they try to give you a smug ass look, try to flicking you off and shit. It's just like in your flesh, you're like you want to get that nigga, man. But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you gotta let these people have it, man. Because at the end of the day, the Lord gonna get their ass, right? Right. You know? But pride is at its all-time highest point right now, man. And there's nothing for these people to be proud of. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? These people are low. You know? They don't know shit. Walking around with their heads up and fucking chin out. They don't know a goddamn thing. What's going on? Right? No?
They're going to use. Oh, bro, you go ahead.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No, I'm saying these people, like Pastor Harvard saying, and Richard Pryor said, school have made people stupid. These people are stupid as fuck, man.
Right.
They don't think. You got it, bro.
You can break it down to real quick. It's Sirach. It's Sirach. I got it. So the Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6. It said in the GNT, it says, even if someone is perfect, he will be thought of as nothing without the wisdom that comes from you.
They're perfect according to this world. That's why the Lord said the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto him.
Yeah, man, these people, they're gonna realize it. They're gonna realize once it's fucking, like the other sanitizer going into it. Once that fucking squeak, once Esau really start to just press these niggas, man, and all that carnal shit that they think that they can get their way out of, I can do this, I can do that. They gonna ban because the Lord is putting us in a position to where, all right, we can't do shit but trust in the Lord, man. Right? See, he literally put us in a position to where we gonna have to rely on him, just like he did during the time of Egypt, man. See, when we leaving out of Egypt, the Exodus, man. He put us in a position to where it wasn't nothing the Israelites could do when they would travel between the Red Sea and those mountains, man. Nothing, bro. They had to rely on the Lord, man. Moses had to tell them niggas, nah, chill out, man. Wait. The Lord gonna lift up the standard. You know? And that's exactly what the Lord is doing with us, man. He's putting us in a position. That's why shit going on at your goddamn job. Man. Pieces of shit, people in high positions that don't fucking deserve it. Horrible leaders. Horrible fucking leaders, man. But you get overlooked. You the hardest working motherfucker in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that's just our lot, man. You see? That's just our fucking lot in this truth, man. You know, but it's all good, man, because the Lord, hey, like Howard Shaw said, man, in this kingdom, all right, the last is gonna be first, man. All right, see?
That's why the Lord, you're supposed to hate this world. The Lord puts stuff in front of you and say, God damn, it makes the shit out you. Like the priest mentioned, going into your job, you got somebody doing that, they don't supposed to be in that position.
You calling out every goddamn week. Like, why the fuck this nigga, bro? This nigga's horrible. Nigga late every fucking day. Just right, bro. Yeah. Horrible. You know, at your job.
Yeah.
Nigga over at your job, just goddamn.
Right.
And they get praise for it.
Mm-hmm.
This one female, she got I worked on this one gig, man, and she called this white boy the N-word with a strong ER. And the white boy went and told the supervisor, and so the supervisor and his assistant ended up getting fired, but she stayed because they didn't do anything about it. So she gonna got 2 men fired, and she's still there talking crap. And just like, how come she didn't get fired?
Well, she got proud.
Yeah.
I know
She worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Feel like she ain't get touched there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why the scripture says, fret not yourselves against because of evildoers, man. Tells you pretty much when you fret or something, you like ask the Lord, I mean, like, why? How come this person didn't get judged? You know, but it tells you don't fret yourself over that because in due time they're gonna be cut down. Man. All these wicked ass niggas that's out here proud as hell, the Lord got something specially reserved for their ass, man. All these people that did you wrong,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That just walk by you and just say some shit in their mind about you.
Right.
Lord got something specifically set for them, man. And when it said they're gonna be cut down in due time, hey, there's a scripture that also says how great of a number shall it be? You know, when the ears are cut down, how great of a number that's gonna be, man. Deuteronomy 32 and 35. To me belongeth vengeance, and I will in slack. It says, to me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. Says, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them shall make haste. Man, it says that their foot gonna slide in due time. Like, you know, when you walk in, let's imagine you got a nice ass suit on. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice ass suit. You got some nice ass shoes on. You got your hat. Right. I'm talking about you fresh as hell. You just walking. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you just bust your ass. I'm talking about you just slip and bust your ass. Right. That's you know what I'm saying? Some doodle slipping, some dog doodle. Right.
One of your foot still sitting there, your feet go back like this.
You just bust your. I'm talking about you just bust your ass. That's gonna cause your that pride, that level of confidence that you had. That shit gonna be diminished, man. Yep. I'm talking about you fresh, man. I'm talking about you got that walking all smooth. This all of a sudden.
You got that song in your head when you real clean, just playing your head.
Like you know you about to win too. You about to win all of a sudden.
You know, all right now.
Hats it to the side.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
man, yeah.
Bust your ass, man. Tear your ACL.
Yeah.
Off your ACLs and sport.
Yeah.
You through, you done. All your confidence out the window. At that point.
Bluetooth fly chicken here.
Right. Hey, that's what the Lord gonna do, man. The Lord getting ready to pull the rug on these niggas, man.
Right.
They over there dancing on the rug, you know, hey, woo, woo, and then the Lord, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all said that one clip where people were dancing on the floor and them motherfuckers caved in on their ass.
Yeah. Like a big ass house party with nothing but niggas in there.
Man.
Too.
That happened.
Yeah.
But that was
And then
Yeah, I used to stay in those apartment complexes. I was in school right here.
exactly
Exactly where it was at.
Anybody,
No, nobody died.
it's strong, man.
The niggas just don't die.
demons have
Bro, but like I say, that pride and arrogance, hey, that's the Lord setting up in these last days. You don't see nothing pride, going around in this world. And like what the Lord said in these last days, with all that prideful, that being that prideful spirit, the arrogance, what is it in Proverbs 16? The pride goes up before what? Destruction. So we're going to see that because we know what times we're in. We're in a time where now you're seeing military trucks and stuff out here in the streets in these certain states. They've been, the pride going to be, they're going to slap your pride right off your smug face, that arrogant look. And everybody think everything is all good, holding their head up high, thinking everything is all good. But the Lord is going to do what? Bring the smack down. He's going to use what? That sword. And who is that sword he's going to utilize here? Esau Edom. Trump is getting ready to roll on you niggas. And y'all ain't even ready for it. Y'all still want to flap these damn fans.
Yep.
I got something for you. Sirach 5, verse 2 and 4 says, follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Hey, what is that? Like Proverbs 3. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto your own understanding. You always think what you're going to do, because you don't think.
They loud ass cars from. Tired of it. I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
No way.
Look at this. They always don't get run right into a red light each time.
Like you said, how quiet it is. It's not the engine. I go with the old school engine block loafing. They're adding this shit in back of their pipes, man. Yeah, bro, that motherfucker a fucking skateboard with the fuck whatever, man. You got it, bro.
All right. Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
He mad. He was like,
Walk in the ways of thy heart. Let's fast. Verse 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
That pride thing the Lord got me. You got even Christians. You got a lot of Christians in the world, and especially the Southern Kingdom Christians. The Lord got me no matter what I do. He know my heart.
he do.
Yeah, exactly. He know your heart. And he know how wicked you are. Hey. So the thing is, you thinking you're gonna go around and the Lord is gonna deliver you, just like Mr. I don't know. That's a prideful ass nigga. So what he say? He ain't gonna. I'm not gonna be here when that time comes. He believes in the rapture. They're not gonna be here when these times come, but the times are here. It's just gonna get wrapped up and it's gonna get worse. And I see you ain't got wrapped it up yet because you're supposed to be here. Because the Lord said we gotta suffer these things, but the Lord is gonna cover the ones that have faith and humility with Him, that walk with Him, that the Lord sups with. And the Christians, He is not supping with you. That's what we just read in 2 Ezra 8. We got to separate ourselves from these people. Yeah. They are prideful and they very arrogant. And you got to come with humility. They might think that we out here being prideful preaching, but we're preaching on behalf of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're not preaching for our own thing, hearts.
Right.
Becoming
the name of the Lord, man.
That's right.
It says in Jeremiah 9, for lack of better words, if any man boast, let his boast be in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Jeremiah, yeah.
I got one more verse just to back to your point real quick, what you just said. Verse 4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let you go.
That's why the Lord says people are foolish because they don't understand the Lord will kill your ass, man. See? Yep. You think you ain't did no sin? Okay, great. You might be perfect, but what about the shit you did in your past life? That's in what, Micah? Where's get how so
It says pretty much I'll bear the indignation.
Yep.
Of thy sin against the Lord.
exactly the water. But Jake don't consider, and they don't realize how the Lord works, man. You think because you, I don't know, eat pork but pray over it, but go to school, go to Sunday school, pay your tithes and all that, don't mean nothing to the Lord, man. He don't acknowledge that shit anyways. But people are foolish in the ways of the Most High and His Son, man. So therefore, He gonna pay you a visit, and it's gonna catch your ass off guard.
This is Psalms chapter 3 and verse 7 in the MSG. It says, "Help Yahweh, my power, help me. Slap their faces. First this cheek, then the other. Your fists hard in their teeth." There you go.
Man, he goes,
The Lord have to do these things, right? So you
yeah, he said, stop it.
man.
See, that's where, they get the mistake they're saying the Lord is all love. All right? If it's evil in the city, you don't think the Lord has done it? The Lord has done these things. All right? And He's going to set up to slap you in the face. All right? And when you get slapped in the face and you, and like you say, what they say, get stole on, I was saying good, you got stole on, that shit hurt.
This shit, boy. You feel embarrassed, looking around. I got stole on like
Looking around, outnumbered, you be like,
Hey, and be ringing, you know what I'm saying? And loud as
I ain't gonna try to find something to lock this
what
nigga out.
happened? Like, you just get stolen. You like,
man, prepared. You're not prepared. When you see something coming, you prepare for it. You brace yourself for a hit, for a slap. But when you ain't prepared for it, that shit really, you be loose. Your legs wobble. That's what the Lord is gonna do. That's why I always say the thief in the night. The thief in the night. And that's what the Lord is setting up to do. Our people, like I said, they keep going around lollygagging, not preparing for what the Lord is getting prepared to do. And like I say, when you start seeing them and you tell them what's going on, we're watchmen, and we be out here on the highways and byways, you see them walking around and put their head up, This all these women talking about, y'all want to speak high? You're not listening to the word. You just want to speak to your stinking ass.
Attention.
Yeah. Those are the ones that's going to get slapped in the face by the Lord on both cheeks.
And just imagine you in a room. Just imagine you in a room, right? You having a good ass time. I'm talking about you partying up. I'm talking about you having a blast, playing the best music. You know what I'm saying? You in there, you winning, and then all the lights are shut off, and then there's a nigga in there punching everybody out. And you have no. I'm talking about pitch black.
Yeah,
You in there, you having a great time. All of a sudden, you can cut off the lights, shut out.
everybody got that.
While you in a room, I'm talking about the music just shuts off, lights go out, you can't see shit, and the nigga spilling off and everything, bro. You have no idea where it's coming from.
Right.
You're trying to group, you're trying to figure out, bop, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just punching your ass out. That's not, bro, that's hell, man. That's hell, bro. Somebody lock the doors, can't get out.
You don't know where to run to.
It's like Jay, remember Jay, you lock the niggas, you lock the niggas. Oh, you got to start. You about to do a sacrifice to your God. You ain't lock the door. Keep them when you do a party.
Yeah.
Night walk there.
Hey, lock the doors. Birthday.
Yeah.
That's an old hood saying too. Like he about to send somebody else. They be like, "We're gonna throw this nigga a board."
Yeah.
You know about that.
What's the party, man?
Throw this nigga a board.
That's it. Hey, that's scary, bro. That's what the Lord finna do. The Lord finna suck the lights out of America, lock the doors, and start punching people in the mouth, man.
Right. And to get to the Lord said in Ezekiel, he's gonna start at his house. See the other Israelite camp, y'all ain't preparing the people for what's to come. Like I said, be on the podcast, y'all just want to do all this constant debating, but not warning the people about the Lord is about to come down and setting up with this wrath. The Lord says he got fierce anger. What is that? That indignation. And you're not telling the people. You're not preparing the people. And that blood is going to be on your head. Lord going to come slapping people. You're not prepared for it. All right? And what manner of man would you be when the Lord comes? When he come and set these things upon the earth. And like I say, it's a build-up and you're not watching. So you're supposed to be watching out here. All right? What it says in Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel 33, it says we're supposed to be watchmen warning the people. When you're on the watchtower, what do when you're sitting up there? You look and see what danger is coming. And the Lord is setting up dangers in all around Babylon and all around the earth. But you're not warning the people. You just telling them let's go set up this land. Let's go fly over here, fly over there. Talking to doo-doo catchers, Hamites, and different things. But you're not telling the people that the Lord, you got the internet, the uniform. You're not telling the people to get prepared and make way for the Lord. Repent. That's the main thing. Repent and get right with the Lord. And his name is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Father, the word equally called God, and Yahweh Shai is the word equally called Jesus. And you just want to go around and tell them Christ. Christ. And when they call upon, just say Christ in that time, when the time really hits, the Lord will say, I've never knew you because you don't know who I am. What is it? Proverbs 30 said, what is his name and what is his son's name if thou canst tell? You're supposed to know the name and call by the name. That's the first beginning of wisdom.
Matthew 24:36. But of this day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at that flood that just happened down here in Texas.
And they had quick
Overnight, bro. Through. You can imagine the fear and panic that those people had.
waking up and like
Watching your children being stripped away from your homes, but you're trying to hold on to them, man. Bro, that's horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it came suddenly, man. You know, that's how quick the judgment of the Lord is gonna come on these people, man. Right. And niggas still see that, and it still ain't got no fear of the Lord, man. Oh man, it was tragic. A little bit of burden right after that shit. Mm-hmm. Niggas they ain't come like the Lord say. They don't know the Lord's justice, man. Right. You know.
That's funny you brought that out. I had this held in 2 Peter 2:2-5. It says, spread out Second Peter 2:5, and spread not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, and the preacher of righteousness. You go into the word righteousness, it goes to doctrine, right? So he was preaching a certain doctrine. So then it says, a preacher of righteousness or doctrine, bringing in the flood upon the world of ungodly men. They're not even knowing that a certain doctrine was going to bring in the end of that time back then. The same thing happened now. We speaking words out the scripture, which Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book. They're not even thinking about the end coming after we get through teaching these words. Because Noah taught those words. It said a preacher of righteousness was going to doctrine. So a certain doctrine is tied to this message that's going to bring in the end. This time it's going to be fire.
Matthew 24:14. This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. What's they bring it in the plural?
Yeah, yep.
Sin and doctrine going out brought in the end during that time. This doctrine in this time going out symbolizes it's going to bring in the end. You see, that's why we're seeing this shit happen, man. It wasn't through Christianity that shit started popping up on the earth. No, it was through the doctrine, man. Right. See, through this doctrine that we preached that was given to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that they got from their elders, man. You see, so it's through this, man. This is the truth, you know. So, Revelation 11 says after 3 days and a half, then life entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and then great fear fell upon them with sorrow. See, Esau, these elite Edomites, man. They know who they are. They know exactly who we are. They know the names of Yahweh Bashanah. They know who we call them. Right. Why are they moving so fast to try to stop this, man? You know, but that's prophecy. That's really the Lord setting them up in the chessmen so that He can make a move on them too. Right. Because when they try to make a move on us, they will do it. They're just waiting for the right justification and the right laws to pass to do it. That's when Yahweh Bashanah will make a move on them. So the Lord got Esau in the ultimate trick bag, man. But also just going into what we're going into. Hey, the Lord got these niggas in the trick bag, man. Right? Especially these jakes that know the Israelites, man. That's a major trick bag right there. The tables made a snare, man. You know?
You know, you brought out Moses. Noah's lucky. He, you read it when I like growing up in the Christian church, you don't really think just Noah was just building the ark. Him and his family, he just when they get do it, go eat, go home, and go to sleep, wake up, just do the same thing, not saying nothing to anybody. He was prophesying. He was a prophet. He was letting the people know what was about to come. But like say, did they listen? Oh, no.
Probably laughing at him.
Yep.
He was the elect in that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was elected at the time.
And his household got delivered with him.
Yeah, it was special.
No, I had that scripture. What you just said, I was getting that scripture for you. What you just said. Well, I know what being the elect at that time. This is Ecclesiasticus 44:17. Noah was found perfect and righteous. In the time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world.
Yes.
Therefore, was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. Okay. That's the elect. The remnant is the elect. He was taken in exchange for the world, man. Because through Noah, through him building that ark and doing that preaching, right? Him, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives got delivered and saved. Okay. And then once the floods pretty much was over, through his line, it repopulated the whole earth. He was taken in exchange for the world, man. See, so we want to be in that same lot where Noah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 8 souls got delivered out of everybody.
I mean, yeah, boy.
That's scary. That's scary.
That's crazy. Because they saw him building a boat, an ark, like it says, out of wood. And Wisdom of Solomon speaks about and I roughly paraphrase it, he said he was saved in a small value, like a small vessel. No, like a small value or something, like something that's insignificant, like wood. You look at this right here. I'm thinking about wood. People see that about a boat because it didn't rain back then. It ain't far-fetched now. We saying we're gonna be delivered by spaceships. It's the same thing. Bro, I'm thinking I find it. He said I'm thinking like Wisdom of Solomon 10:4. Or it's like 10:4 or 12:4.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot which words.
He was saved in a small value of wood. He built in that ark. People walking by didn't pay him no mind. He's trying to tell you what's going to take place. Okay, that same wood that he used to build that ark out of, the Lord delivered him and his family inside of that.
Right, I got it. I know what's up. Wisdom of Solomon 14. I'm reading verse 1 here. You got it. 14:1. It says, again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves, calleth upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carried them. For verily desire of gain devised that, and the workman built it by his skill. So they was going into how they use wood to make idols, right?
Yep.
Verse 3, but thy providence, O Father, governeth thee. For thou hast made a way in the sea and a safe path in the waves, showing that thou canst save from all danger. Yea, though a man went to sea without art, nevertheless thou wouldest not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle, and therefore do men commit their lives to a small piece of wood, and passing through the rough sea in a weak vessel are saved.
Right. Basically, they believe in more in their the art crafts, or you know what I'm saying, their technology more than the Heavenly Father.
Right.
They believe in this little piece of wood, but they're not acknowledging that, okay, you were able to build that, that's great, but the Most High allowed you to land safely. And that's the mindset of this place. People now more than ever, they believe in the advancements of, technology versus the Most High. You got people out there that's tapping into AI and they're getting chat GPT psychosis, to where they constantly ask the question where they feel like they have been endowed with some unfound knowledge, because what they're getting from chat GPT was really that's showing you that people are worshiping technology more than the creator.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You have Christians that actually are trying to interpret speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Through chat GPT.
Well, you got vocabulary. He calls it glossolalia, to where it's a language that's unintelligible, but it shows you the reverse of the Tower of Babel. That's what that nigga believes.
Wow.
It's called glossolalia.
Yeah, that's great.
Where they just speak a whole bunch of gibberish. And they say, "Oh, what a that's glossolalia."
Heavenly Son.
Heavenly Son. I can't interpret that, but he can. What he said. So you got Christian that's why. How you under? Lord. Got what I said? What was that? This nigga's a damn. This nigga's a maniac.
Yeah.
Christians are maniacs, man.
Verse 6, last verse. It says, "For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished," and these ain't talking about big ass, jolly green giant ass niggas hanging on to the ark. These giants are talking about the sons of God, man. See, those who were renowned. Man. Okay, so it says, "For in old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages a seed of a generation." Going to Noah, pretty much being in the ark, being in an ark that was built out of gopher wood that the Lord created, and the Lord guided him to make the ark, and he also guided the ark to be safe. Right. So that through him trusting in Yahweh, what happened? It says at the very end, once again, "and led to all ages," which we're in an age right now, a seed of a generation. Right. Which we're a generation, and we're of that seed. Right. Here today, still, through the act of what Noah did in faith, man. Here today. Right. And that goes to show you the level of faith Noah had, man. Right. That was on that.
Oh, okay. So Isaiah 47 and 13 in the NLT. So it says, "All the advice you received has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds." Like the brother Tom made that point, man. Like Esau is trying everything right now, man. See, you nigga doing CERN. That nigga trying everything he possibly knows, man. Right. And that's the Lord mocking that nigga, man. You see? They even show you in like that movie, Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World with George Clooney. Yeah, it was a fucking thing, and it takes them into a different universe. But you know what I mean? And they had a fucking machine in the world, in that world that they were trying to get to that could predict the future and all this other shit. They was trying to stop the disaster and shit, man. You ain't gonna be able to stop what's coming, man. Right? You ain't gonna be none of that shit that you're doing is gonna help you, bro. Because the Lord had already spoke to you. He already spoke your downfall, man. You see? Hey, remember? Sorry. I was just going back that Tomorrowland. That movie, that was basically it's the elite.
Don't let that stop you.
All right, it's the elite. That's what it is. The Tomorrowland, that was the elite that was basically getting out of the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going into their bunkers and basically different things. Somebody their way trying to destroy. They knew the destruction was coming, but yet they was out out in their own world. Right, advancing their own technology. Yeah. They got the smartest people, the wealthiest people, and they got to go over to this what was it, like another dimension or another dimension.
Hey man, these elites, man. How do you think that the devil knows that he has for a short time? Right. Like, how do you think he knows it? I mean, obviously, it's the things that we see going on in the planet Earth. Right. But it's a lot deeper when it says that he knows that he had for a short time. What did Esau really see? Using his technology and CERN and tapping into these particular portals and trying to shoot rockets at the moon during the time of the eclipse. All that means something to Esau, man. Right. He just ain't just doing that shit. Eclipse. Let's shoot a rocket at the moon and just see. No, all this has a meaning behind it because he taps in to that left-hand energy, man. He's tapping into all that ancient Hermetic energy. So go ahead. I was just going to say, like, what did Esau, what Lord revealed to him, man? The Lord showed Esau some things. He's like, yo, I got bags. Yeah. I was just thinking that. Daniel 5, mene, tekel, and mercy.
Esau do a diligent search. Also, the scripture told him, if you can go to the depths of the sea or go to the stars. So Esau, he saw, okay, if I could do that, on top of what you're saying, the Lord's showing him other stuff too. Like, man, we got to hurry up. That's why I try to build so-called go to the moon type shit. He never went to the moon, man. Go to the depths of the sea. The Lord said he'll do away with Israel. But no, you haven't done that. So the Lord's people are still here. He's trying to. He's trying. He definitely.
Yep. Yeah, space program, you know, when the eclipse came, Mr. Ethan, which the Egyptian god of darkness, the Egyptian god of darkness, man. Niggas gonna shoot missiles at the moon during the time of the eclipse. When the eclipse is happening, we gonna shoot missiles at the moon. All that's is not just by coincidence, man. Right. See, and then I remember the video LDI Shamama did where this guy was they tapping into pretty much seeing into the future. And they was like all different scenarios that they seen, and they're all ended. They calculated many different scenarios, and it all ended the same way. All the different scenarios they tapped into, it had one end at the end of the day, man. But you know that, hey, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Esau gonna be the end of the world. Whatever you do, it's gonna be the end of you, Esau. You can try your best to try to cut us off from being a people, try to kill off the elect. You ain't gonna be able to do it, nigga. It's not gonna happen, man. That's right. I got something somebody else might break down. Isaiah 44, I'm starting at verse 24 and read down. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I, Yahweh, that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by itself," by myself, "that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish. Yeah. That confirmeth the word of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messengers."
You're confirming the word of servant, going back to what I believe you just said. No matter what Esau Edom tries to tap into, his days are numbered. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be confirmed when it happens. Right. He could try to come up with different scenarios and these different plots and things of that nature. But ultimately it's up to the Most High, to set up who he wants to. Like as it says, I would have Daniel the 4th chapter. He sets up who he wants to. And the will of the Heavenly Father is to usher in the kingdom of heaven by causing war, right? And in the midst of war, Yahweh Shah is going to return and put everybody on subjection.
Right. What did he say? What is that? Not saying basically something crafty. We talk about basically something device to the crafty. Isaiah 33.
The troll.
Yeah, troll. 32.
Yep.
Yeah.
Verse 26, "that confirmeth the word of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messengers, that saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof." That's going into pretty much the tabernacle of David being built back up after the days of old, man. Judah's in a decay. Israel itself is in a decayed state, man. But even though Israel's in a decayed state, 2/3 of our people are completely out of there. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is still going to beautify his people, man, regardless. He's still going to raise up his prophets, as in the days of old, to what? Chant down Babylon the Great, chant down this wicked ass society and system, to usher in Yahweh Shai to destroy this place, man. Right? And there's nothing Esau can do to stop that. That's why he's trying to disconnect this connection that we have with the Most High. Let us cut their bands asunder. Because he knows, look, if we can't stop this from going down, our asses is going into captivity. Right. And Esau knows that. These elites, they know that. And they really think in their mind and in their heart of hearts that they can thwart it. But it's the Lord putting it in their mind thinking that they can do it.
They're going to offset the problem. But they said, well, one thing we can do, if we get everybody and put that seal up in them, then basically these are our people. Now we got their patent on them. So now the Lord can't have you because you're out. He's also, like I say, he's setting up because he don't want to lose. He think he's gonna win now. He think he's setting up for the Lord to basically do the open up on the Lord. Everything he's doing, the Lord is setting in his heart to do so. And then you think, like the different AI, these different things that he's creating, you're using the Lord's elements to create these things. The Lord is setting you up for you to fall.
It's like playing Uno. You playing a stack Uno, and Esau got the last card in his hand, and he got a draw two. And here it is. Here it is. You got 5 draw fours in his hand. And just smack on them both. Draw fours up, and you just throw the card down. And that's game. End up with fucking 32 cards.
I really like that Uno right in.
Right.
Never do Uno out.
Y'all happy and shit over here holding the card.
Draw 4 on your ass.
Right. You be salty when that shit happen, bro.
I did that to one of my brothers. Slap shit on my ass. He like
Him got mad.
he got mad. Like, I said, draw 4.
Damn.
I draw 4. Draw 4.
Respect to be.
Respect to be.
Draw 2.
Then draw 2 and change it.
Skip you.
Yeah.
Respect to be. Reverse effect. Like, bro. You throw the cards out like, bro. I ain't want to play this shit.
You gotta do that. Yeah, that's what the boss I'm about to do. He got that one. He had that one card.
Fill his belly. That's almost complete.
Yeah.
Do it like technical.
Yeah.
The man. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I started 7. I said 32 and 7. The instruments. Isaiah 32 and 5. The bound person shall be no more called liberal, but the true shall be nor the true said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, and to other error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
So that's what Esau's doing now. He's looking at, he have everybody turning away from the Lord and turning toward his devices, the AI, these different things. All right. You got people that basically, you have people now that basically don't even go to church now. They say, well, I already know because I pull up things through Chat GTP. Chat GPT?
Yeah, GPT.
Yeah. So they're basically relying more and more on these things and actually pulling them far away from the Lord. Even these Christians, they feel like that Esau is going to save them from these things that are about to happen. You're looking towards the man that's basically going to cause destruction to save you. You run into a burning house. That's exactly what's happening. But he's making you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because what he say? His words are his lips are words are smoother than butter.
Yep.
But war is actually always in his heart. See, this nigga, his dust is not wiped away altogether when you go into Sirach 12. All right? It's looking like it's the same old nigga that put you in slavery.
Right.
He's the same guy that's doing it, and he's trying to make you now feel good about who you are. Be prideful, believe in him. And what he's going to do, he's going to set you up to show you that you are truly a slave. And I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. And if you don't want to give the program, I'm going to throw you an alligator and Alcatraz.
Verse 7. The instruments also are the true are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right.
Hey, like I said, when you speak it right, that is going against his ways and his laws, because the earth was given it to, his rules. The earth was given it to the wicked. He is given it to what? Esau Edom. So he controls the narrative, but when you go against that, he said, we got to do away with you. That's why the Lord said he's going to watch out because he's going to persecute you. He's going to persecute the men of the Lord. And he's going to use a lot of these Israelites to turn towards us because what? He's crafty. He's going to use his devices to put them in a bind like the 2/3 of the world, and they're going to start blaming us for certain things.
Yep. They get out of jail free card is bringing up Deuteronomy 20, 22, and 28. So what they teach this? Y'all need to get on them. Nate has done that several times. When was interviewed. I believe he was in somewhere in Africa or in London. He brought up Kendrick Lamar, and somehow, some way, he brought us up.
The interview was smart.
Yeah, was. Yep, and they let you know when things get rough, you just gonna tell, bro.
Right.
You know, verse 8. But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand.
But Isaiah 59 and verse 14, it says, verse 14, excuse me. No, verse 15. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. See, so if you speak out against the system, if you speak out against what's going on in this society, and you look at it as a prey in this world, man. You know? We're coming up to a time right now where, like, you know, I know Mike Allen says this a lot. It's about to not be very cute to be an Israelite. You know? It ain't going to be cute to be, you know, to have the armbands and, you know, I'm on this platform, you know, as Hebrew Israelite to face this person. Okay? It's about to be we coming into a time where, hey, being a Hebrew Israelite and professing your belief in Yahweh Bashar is going to come with extreme opposition.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world is going to hate you. Because they about to point the finger at us for every damn thing. Everything that's going wrong, they about to say it's our fault.
Yeah, we ain't got shit.
Especially when they start snatching up niggas. You don't think what we're saying is, you know, treason? You think what we're saying, you know, is monstrous to the masses, bro? So they can use our platform, what we say, you know, as a way to start snatching up Jake that even look like us. Like, he's not even Israelite. He just had a beard. He's a Muslim, and he got nibbled into with the coat. And the people in Jake is already starting to come up against us, Judah, right? They're already starting to come out, you know, to different camps. You know what I'm saying? To get that debate. So what do you think is going to happen when all hell breaks loose, man? Right. You know, and then we're going to see who's going to stand stiffly for those fringes.
Yeah. Yeah. They can be going to Ross trying to change and buy some clothes. They ain't got no fringes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every time they go buy something, they're going to have fringes on it.
Yep. We're going to see. You will have a lot of these leaders that are going to be crashed out there, that congregation. Keep your fringes on it because they want to keep that money going. And they themselves not even going to be wearing fringes. They're going to be caught with no fringes on. Yep. What do you think going to happen when somebody like General Yohana money start getting low because of persecution? What's the nigga gonna happen? He gonna quit. The nigga that's second in command, Mahama. What you think a nigga like that gonna do? Right? Hakad's gonna tell. Hakad's gonna sit on vocab alone's couch. I am not a radical Hebrew Israelite like the other camps. You know, I denounced it. I got away from Sakari, Genesis. You know, I just kind of taking a back seat on that. He's gonna try to use that gift to gab to get out of, you know what I'm saying, you know, the limelight. Because they want the limelight now, but they gonna get what they're looking for. They'll get all the limelight they need when they on CNN, when they on Fox, when they on the local news stations. Okay?
Then shall it be known who are my chosen?
Yep. Then it's gonna be known who's down, who's body. Who is it? You know, that's where faith come in. Yes, you're gonna have on certain demons attack you, right? Doubt, just like our forefathers. That's why it says in Romans the 15th chapter, the 4th verse, where it was written for a foretime for our learning. You see, the apostles going, you know, what I'm saying, in the scriptures going through things. Then what, you know, how are we supposed to respond? You're gonna have those doubts. Right. Look at Peter, man. You know. Peter saw, you know, Yahweh Shah about to be on trial, man, he denied Yahushua. Man. But I don't know that, man. But this last night, he said, man, I'll die for y'all. I'll rob for you. You don't know, hey, bro.
Right, man.
Hey, brother.
What,
Hey, brother. This thing is serious, dog. You gotta have mental fortitude. But that doubt didn't lead to disbelief. Even though that man did that, he still got up and began to preach, bro. That's right. You know?
Hey, I had looked it up earlier today too. I had ChatGPT.
Come on.
It says, so I asked ChatGPT, why did the Lord tell Peter and he would deny him? And in Acts, we see the transformation in Peter standing boldly. So it says, great question. The transformation of Peter from denying a Mashiach out of fear to boldly preaching and doing miracles in his name is one of the most powerful examples of spiritual growth, humility, and the Lord's refining process in the scriptures.
That was written for us.
Right.
Peter getting rebuked constantly. Peter got rebuked by Paul. He didn't stop. Peter got rebuked by Yahushua. Yahushua, the Savior, called him a Satan. Hey, somebody that's weak, they would have been like, man, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I tried. I'm obviously not cut for this. I got it. I'm just go get my money up. You know, I love y'all. I still believe, but I can't be getting caught in the devil. Who the hell are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? I can't be getting caught in the devil. And this, you know what I'm saying?
You like that, right? You know what?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I'll be there.
right.
That shows you that man had mental fortitude, bro. Right. The Lord put you through certain things, man. The Lord will bring you low. Right? The Lord will bring you low, dog. The Lord will make you look bad. Then what you gonna do? Are you gonna keep on fighting? Or you gonna quit? That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing right there. Being willing to continue even though you're looking whack as hell. That's the fight, bro. All for the will you how about spirit shot. Right? A lot of times humility takes going to the next stage. Hey, do it on the left hand side. You got the humility ritual to where you gotta be humiliated for you to go to that next level. But yeah, the most I does it on the right hand side. Yahweh Shah had to be humiliated. It says in Philippians, the second chapter, he despised. He said it's like he despised basically the for lack of a better term, violence. He ain't like, you know what I'm saying, being caught out there like that, but he took it because he knew that understood that's the next level.
He reviled not or said that about it.
I'm loosely paraphrasing. Can you go to second Philippians second chapter? It's like he despised something. But if I'm saying it wrong, then I'll just leave it alone. Start at the top.
Philippians 2 and 1. If there be therefore any consolation in the Mashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any vows and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife and vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
That's right. So you have to esteem others better than yourself. That's good, but that's not it. But I think
despising the shame.
Something to that degree.
I think it's actually Peter despising the shame. I think I know what you're talking about.
You know?
Despise. I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot where it said.
Right?
But I can continue in Philippians.
Yeah, this is continuing that. Okay. So
it's continuing on Philippians 2 and 4. It's going right into it though. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was in also Hamashiach Yahushua, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found and fashioned as a man, he humbled himself.
That's right. So he humbled himself, man. He took the low, and Yahweh Shah was very high level in the spirit, man. How he conducted himself, and him being able to do these miracles, man. He was very, very high level, right? Well, he didn't show the world all that he could have done. If he wanted to be carnal and set himself up, he could have. He had people that would call him Hosanna, Hosanna. Like, make you a king. He's like, nah, I'm good. Made himself with no reputation. Because he had the mission in mind. Right? You know?
Yeah, you got more. It's in Hebrews.
Okay, Hebrews 12. Yeah.
Hebrews 12:2. Looking unto Yahweh Shah, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame.
Despising the shame, bro.
Oh.
So that man was humiliated, bro. That man was humiliated, man. Beating people, punching you, spitting on you. I prophesy who stole you.
Talking shit.
Mad, bro. Knowing that, hey man, I really could send some angels out here to kill all y'all. That man, Yahweh Shah was on that level, brother. Yep. Jake get his Jake go through some things with his girl. Be mad for 2 years behind that shit. Doing videos, or whatever. And behind something that happened, you know what I'm saying, between a family member, whatever. I'm just throwing out scenarios, right? But his understanding was on a different level, bro. That's that's what we're praying for, to have that. We're praying for that level of understanding. That's what the elect gonna have. They're gonna have that level of understanding at time of adversary. That's what Peter was built up to have. Peter would at the time he would build up to be the leader, to not only be the leader but to die for Yahweh Shah. We're ready for that, bro. That's why we're being built up now to hopefully be ready for the time that we've been talking about, to be persecuted, to be ridiculed, to be in a compromised situation for the truth.
Can I read this really quick, bro? Going back to that chat GPT, it says, number one, to reveal Peter's weakness. It says purpose. Yahweh Shah exposed Peter's overconfidence. Peter said that he'd go to prison and death with Yahweh Shah, but the Lord knew Peter didn't yet understand the cost of discipleship.
Ooh! So you come to this thing, man, you think, man, I'll die for this. I'm great. I'm so bad. And you might have that spirit, but there's certain things that the Lord got to tweak in you, right? That, okay, I like this about you, but you got to get this right. You got to get that right. And He's going to put you through that hell. He's going to put you through that controversy. He's going to put you through certain things that's going to make you, if you're a part of the elect. Fuck break you. Fuck all that, make you if you're part of the elect, man. You're going to be able to pass these certain tests. Just like Peter. Peter is it's always the example that I love to go to when I'm down in that. Because that man had a hell of a chin to get knocked down and get right back up and keep going, bro.
It says, listen, we often think we're stronger than we are. The Lord let Peter fall to humble him and show him he couldn't rely on his own strength, but had to lean fully on Hamashiach.
That's it. Lean fully on the Lord, not your will, bro. That's right.
It could happen like the next day, right?
That happened the next day, bro.
Well, I said in Psalm Proverbs 21:7 in NLT, don't brag about tomorrow, since you don't know what the day will bring. So right now, Yahweh say, hey, I'm with that. The next day, I say, Lord willing.
It's easy to say we with it right now.
Y'all be up.
We out here
Say that all the
in the
time.
wind, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody
Breeze feeling good.
Feeling good. Fuck Okay, squash, pull up, 50 niggas deep, come, pull out, and get on the ground. We look at each other like, shit.
Yeah.
You in the interrogation rooms. Yeah, hey, you know your man Michael Allah? Yeah, he told me about the guns. Fucking with your head? Yeah, he told me about the guns. You want to see your daughter, don't you? Huh? What you gonna do?
With it to him.
Yeah.
Not to be funny, but doing a cartoon character be scared. That nigga
Yeah.
heartbeat. like you can see his heart coming out of the chest. But yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh, he said you the leader. Oh, right now, he ain't talking about you right now. They all gonna put you against.
Yep.
So I would say, Lord willing, hey. Lord willing.
Pass the test, bro.
Man.
I got you. Go ahead, Todd.
And we pray this was edifying camp. As always, we want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shah, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. Honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders, the great millstone, taught us the truth, and that's the teaching the truth. Much peace, love, and salutations to the elect. Until next conversation.
Shalom.